Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BANDLAB Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Today on BANDLAB Plus Coffee, we've got NeonShadowworks and their song Red Heart, which they're calling melodic dubstep. You know I love my dubstep, so without further ado, to the left!
Let the music unlock your heart, it's time to collaborate, you're part of the family.
Time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BANDLAB track. Red Heart over here on BANDLAB by NeonShadowworks, which is at neon, N-E-O-N _SHAW, S-H-A-D rather, O-W-W-O-R-K-S, out of Jacksonville, Florida, USA, reppin' 403 followers, 81 plays. This is a relatively new track, melodic dubstep to dubstep. It's going to be intense. Let's take a listen. Okay. If our last BANDLAB Plus Coffee track was Cosmic Distortions, this is the rock fighting aliens. In a moment, everything changes from cosmic distortions to an enigmatic war field. You can do it. Oh, I'm liking this. Pretty. That's really pretty. All the side-chained instruments. This just gives me Scooter vibes right here. Some real old school techno stabs. Aww. Drop the bass. Oh, yes. Yay. Excellent wubs. Uh-oh. What's happening? You can see the whole ship's gone dark and lost power. We've got the red emergency lights flashing to the beat as our space marines run and clear corners and rooms. Clear! Then you gotta have someone yell. It's too early in the morning for me to do it. This is right before they clear the final room. Come face to face with the boss alien. And someone just yells as they run through the door, "Kill him with fire!" Move. Yeah, I'm feeling this on a very visual level. Give us our final drop. They're shooting all their guns. taking out aliens. And that's the end. The Space Marines beat the aliens. Every song tells a story, and a lot of times it's not the story you intended to tell as the writer, but that's kind of what makes it great. I have a few songs that I've sent to other people for their interpretation of things. For instance, a song called Secrets. This isn't even the good stuff. That's really all about just flirting with my wife when we were dating. And I sent it over to a music blogger, and the blogger's take on it was being in a club and like trying to get the girl, which kind of was in the same place, but we were in very different headspaces while we were listening to it. And this person had no context for the song or anything. They came up with their own idea of what this meant. So I love, especially in instrumentals, our previous track, Cosmic Distortions, created some very evocative imagery in my mind, using the description to sort of begin that, be that starting point. And this song, Red Heart Dubstep by NeonShadowworks, is a fantastic transition from tense suspense to all-out warfare. What? So cool. Two things I love and one thing I want more of. So NeonShadowworks, this song is awesome. The first thing I love is these stabs that happen a couple places in the song. At the very beginning and then 2/3 of the way through here. Just very intentional. Which is funny because in our previous song, I was like, you should use some dirty bass. These stabs really set us up because once we get moving, we move from these stab, nothing, to sidechained, whoom, 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 whoom. And then we get into these really great melodies for the drops that are just full, right? Not as much sidechaining, not as much space, just full melodies. So it's really great that the song has more. I could give more examples, but essentially 3 parts. And all 3 parts are working in harmony to create a track that continues moving us through. And not only continues moving us through, but keeps giving us new experiences with which to associate the new items that come or go. So that's the first thing I really love. The second thing I really love is this interlude. And let me tell you why. Your drops are fantastic. And I don't have any problems with those whatsoever. But what I love about this interlude is it gives me a break and takes me to a place that I have not been, and I don't get to go again in the song. It is a moment, and we sure do love our moments. So if I hit play here. This moment stands alone in the song. And then we come back into what we've been doing. But when we drop to this moment and we start building back with our instruments, it is not only a welcome reprieve from the dubstep, because I love dubstep, but you and I both know that it's all about getting to our moments and then having our moments. And then we need to completely wipe our mind free of that moment so that we can build to another one. Just kind of how it works. So this moment in here, where everything drops out and we're left with these techno arps or stabs or stadium beats, whatever you want to call it, when we're left with that instrument and that synth, and then we begin building again, I really enjoy when it cuts out and begins that. It gave me really great Scooter vibes. It gave me really awesome Bass Hunter vibes. It just phenomenal work. Great job. Now, the one thing I want more of, I want in these parts where you're sidechaining a lot. I think we start here. Let's see. Here. I like it. Over here. Yeah, it is here. we're getting a lot of instruments that are just kind of weaving their way in and out. And it seems like we're not getting a lot of straight through, just letting the instrument do its thing. And I would like to see more. I would like to see more of the instruments not being harnessed in any way. No sidechain, no fade in, no swell. I would love to hear a really pure, because you said it's melodic dubstep, so I would love to hear an area of the track where it's pure, whether it be chords or synth strings, something that is just a really triumphant, but doesn't have as much processing as everything else. Just a really triumphant set of chords that kind of lets us live in that moment. Dun, dun, dun. That puts an emphasis on the melody in the melodic dubstep. But otherwise, this track is phenomenal. Huge fan of dubstep. Huge fan of Red Heart by NeonShadowworks. Everyone make sure you head on over to BandLab and follow Neon_Shadowworks from Jacksonville, Florida. And don't forget to follow DJTatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. Until next time, thanks for drinking coffee with me.